God is preparing the table before you in front of them same people that kicked you when you was down, that talked about you, that lied about you, that smeared your name, that drug you through the mud, okay, that manipulated you, tried to twist your mind up, didn't never want you to know who you truly were, tried to tell you who you were, tried to make you become somebody that they wanted you to be. Okay, they didn't want you in full control of your own autonomy. No, no, no. God is preparing the table before you in the presence of them same people. Okay, I don't know who this message is for, but I just tried to get this message out, and I'm experiencing all kind of stuff right now, trying to get this message out. But I'm gonna still get it out, and I'm gonna put it up. Okay, but know that them people that lied on you, the same people that kick you when you were dying, listen, they finna watch you eat. They finna watch you and your family eat. They finna watch you level up like no other. And they ain't gonna be able to say nothing but that was God. That was God. They didn't believe in God. They didn't believe God could do the thing that they had been doubting that you couldn't do. They had been saying that you can't do something. They had been telling you, nah, it didn't work out for me, so it probably ain't gonna work for you. Nah, I don't think you should do that. I think you should do such and such. Nah, or getting mad at you for telling the truth, feeling some type of way because you speak the truth, you walk in your truth, and you bold with it. They don't like this. They don't like that you trying to go after a different lifestyle. They don't like that you are striving for more every single day. You wake up with a new mindset every single day. You wake up with a fresh mindset, fresh energy. You wake up shining your light every single day. They never wanted you to find out who you truly were. And the fact that they didn't want that, they would speak all kind of word curses over you. They would tell you lies. They would tell you things to try to twist your mind up, to try to get you confused about yourself, about who you truly are, about what it is that you carry, about who it is that they are. They didn't want you to see who they truly were. They didn't want you to see that they were sent from the enemy, that they were full of evil, full of nastiness and toxicity. They didn't want you to know that they were narcissistic. They tried to hide all of this from you. And it was because the enemy was working through these people. These people's souls been compromised. And so that's why they don't like when you tell the truth about them. And the fact that you can walk in your truth, because the truth sets you free. The truth shines light. And so if it's somebody walking in light, somebody who is self-aware, somebody who is doing the work on themselves, and they're aware of the things that's going on around them, they not gonna like to be in that person's presence. They gonna lie to you. They gonna try to make you think something other than what it is that you truly believe. Especially when you're young, especially when you're still naive, when you're still oblivious to what's really going on in the spirit. The enemy will trick you. He will warp your mind up when you don't know what you need to know. But now you know. Now you know. Now you've been doing the work on yourself. Now you've been doing the work on yourself. Now you've been getting the new knowledge. You've been building your relationship with God, getting in the word of God. You've been surrounding yourself with like-minded people. You've been you got wise leadership now, coaches, mentors, counselors, therapists, or whatever. You have this now, and so you're being led in the right direction. You're being led to your next level. You're being led to the next big thing. And so God is moving you and aligning you to where you need to be, where He needs you to be. He's been revealing to you the things that you missed, when you were in these situations with these people, maybe in close proximity to them or in their presence, when they were in your lives, in your life, when they were in your life. And so Now that you done separated yourself from these people, now that you have distanced yourself, you don't pick up the phone to call them at every little thing that you find out, every little thing that happens in your life, every exciting thing. You don't call these people no more because you already know that they're not truly happy for you. They truly don't want you to, exceed, surpass them. They don't want you to grow further than where they are spiritually. But the fact that you've been getting all this knowledge, all these teachings, all this information, like, you've been growing at a rapid pace, a rapid speed, okay? You've been growing a lot. And they see that. They see how far you getting. And guess what? It's all happening right in front of their face. It's all happening right before their eyes. God is preparing your table right in front of you, in their presence, in their faces, and they can't do nothing but sit and watch. And this ain't none of that picking type stuff, that little nah, I got this and you don't. No, it ain't that. Like, you're humble, you're confident, you're bold, you're literally just being your authentic self, and you're walking in there every single day, not caring about judgment, not caring about how somebody gonna feel, not caring about what somebody gonna say. You don't care about none of that no more. And your level of unbotheredness bothers these people. They want you suffering. And when you think about toxicity, toxicity settles at the bottom. Toxicity resides at the bottom. It's toxic waste, right? But when you start cleaning, you start to rise. When you start to escape that, a car just passed that had a logo on it that said "Feel free." But you start to escape, you start to get rid of that toxicity and leave it where it's at. And you start to rise to the top of the surface. Think about dirt being at the bottom of water. It's dirt, it's toxic waste down there. But as you rise, it gets more clear at the top. And that's where you are. And now these people looking at you like, how dare you? Who do you think you are? You think you better than this? Like, you think you high class? You think you holier than thou? Like, no, I'm just choosing to make better decisions. I'm choosing to be a better person now. I'm choosing to be who God called me to be, who God created me to be. That's what I'm choosing. And we get the choice. We all get the choice. We all got the same 24 hours in a day. It's just a matter of what are you doing with your 24 hours. You chose to be productive with your 24 hours. You chose to read books. You chose to get in your word. You chose to sit in meditation and solitude with God. You chose to separate yourself from anything that does not mean you any good. You chose to go do the thing that people said you couldn't do. You chose to go against the grain. You chose to bet on yourself. You chose to walk by faith and not by sight, and you didn't let your situation get you down. You cried for a couple days, and then you got up and you bounced back. And it's unbelievable to these people how the witchcraft that they did towards you, the word curses that they spoke on you, the negativity that they, projected onto you didn't work. It's surprising to them. It's shocking to them. Like, how dare she? Like, who does she think she is? But as you choose to elevate, as you begin to rise and do the thing that God has told you to do, has instructed you to do, you still gonna face that opposition from your enemies. But guess what? You're gonna be eaten. You're gonna be eaten, and they mad. They mad they can't get to you no more. They mad that they can't reach you no more. But they don't understand that God can do the same work on them as well. Like I said, the soul has been compromised, honey. I don't know if I said this when I first tried to record this video before I got interrupted, or now in this video, but their soul has been compromised. Soul just been snatched by the devil. And they are willing participants for the kingdom of darkness. And you are a willing participant for the kingdom of God. So they're like, who you think you is? You think you better than this? You think you high class? Oh, you acting holier than thou? Oh, you think you better than everybody else? No, it ain't even that. People be operating in the spirit of offense for no reason. You ain't even did nothing to these folks. But they point the finger at you. They point the blame on you as to why they're going through such and such, or why this happened to them. They blame it on you. Always have. And you just be like, it ain't even got nothing to do with you. People done projected their own insecurities onto you because they fail to take accountability. They don't see nothing wrong with what it is that they doing. And so the fact that they do that, it literally blinds them. It's pride. Pride blinds people from seeing their own wrongs. And so they gonna point the finger at you. They gonna manipulate you, make you think you can't do something. They want you to be just like them. They want you to be down in that toxicity just like them. The enemy got kicked out of heaven. The enemy got his gifts taken away. So guess what? He want to do the same thing with you. The enemy is jealous because you operate in your gift. You do what God tells you to do, not what he wants you to do. So he's jealous of you. He hates you. He's envious of you. He can't stand you. And if he can get close to you, he gonna lie to you. He gonna manipulate you to make you think something other than the truth. He gonna provoke you to anger. And then when you react, he gonna say, see, I knew you was crazy. See, I knew something was wrong with you. See, I knew you weren't good. I knew you weren't no good person. See, look at your reaction without taking accountability. That's what the devil do. Like, we got to know how the enemy works. And we got to understand that as we're choosing to walk upright, as we're choosing to become the best version of ourselves and do the thing that God has instructed us to do, as we do these things, we're going to face that opposition. We're going to face those trials and tribulations. We're going to face all of that. But the fact that we're doing this, the fact that we are truly connected to God and aligned with our authentic selves and who we truly authentically are, we're going to be blessed regardless. The favor of God is upon us regardless. Regardless of what somebody say or what somebody do to us. Regardless of the enemy nitpicking at us and pushing our buttons, you're still going to be blessed. You're still going to be blessed. So just know that God is preparing the table before you in the presence of your enemies. Okay? Your life is about to be on easy mode. You about to get everything that you've been praying for. You finna be living an answered prayer because you've been walking by faith and not by sight. Okay, you've been putting in that work. You've been doing what it is that God told you to do. And you finna eat. You better believe that you finna eat. Your kids finna eat. Bank account looking right. Living on easy mode. All because you trusted God regardless of that opposition that you were facing. Regardless of what somebody said about you. Regardless of them kicking you when you was down. Regardless of them calling you crazy. Regardless of them talking about, oh, you think you better than everybody else. Regardless of them talking about, oh, you think you holier than thou. Oh, you in a cult. Regardless of the things that people done said to you, said about you. Guess what? Your life is about to prove that they truly don't believe, but you do. You believe in the power of God, which is why you kept going regardless of the opposition, regardless of the warfare. You kept going. So that table finna be prepared. You might as well get ready to sit down and eat. Get your fork, your spoon, your steak knife. You finna eat some steak. You finna eat. Oh, you finna eat so good. And I ain't talking about no physical food, baby. I'm talking about your life. All right, I'm talking about your life, and they got to sit back and watch it. Them same people. The same people that the enemy been working through. Them same people that got their soul compromised by the devil. Them same folks finna sit back and watch you eat. The same people that said you couldn't eat finna watch you eat. The same people that said you couldn't go get that house finna watch you get that house. The same people that said you couldn't pay your bills finna watch your bills be paid. Them same people that didn't believe you could be debt free after starting over, oh, they finna watch you be debt free. Them same people that said you couldn't get something, you can't get somewhere, you couldn't do something you couldn't do, baby, they finna watch you do the thing that they doubted you on. Okay, so I don't know who this message is for, but y'all, they like somebody, it was a driver. I'm at a rest area, and a driver came up while I was trying to get this message out the first time, and he literally came up. He said this is his second week with the company, and he asked me, where do I get fuel? There is literally a Love's truck stop 2 miles up the road, and I said Love's or Pilot is normally where I get fuel. He said, oh, they said we couldn't get Love's fuel. I said, no, that's not true. I get gas at Love's or Pilot all the time. And I'm like, you gotta understand the warfare. Sometimes the warfare is subtle, just like that. Because if he been driving for 2 weeks, he know where to get fuel at. If he been driving for 2 weeks, he got a whole GPS. He knows. But the enemy is very crafty, y'all. The enemy is very crafty. The enemy gonna come to you with that little small talk, okay? And the guy, he saw me recording. He saw me with the phone propped up on my window, and I'm sitting here recording, talking to my camera. He was just like telling me to let my window down. Listen, the enemy is very crafty. God is preparing this table for you, but you got to continue to walk upright, continue to be obedient to his word, to his will for your life. But know that you're going to face that opposition. You're going to face that warfare. You're going to see little things that come your way to try to pull you off track, to try to stop you from doing what it is that God then told you to do. Because I didn't even, like, once I got interrupted, I was feeling, I might as well just go and start my truck up and go and pick up my load. But no, God said, do it again. And I did it again. And I have reached the end of this video. I got the word out. But whoever this word was for, the enemy did not want you to hear it, okay? God is preparing the table before you in the presence of your enemies. So continue to walk upright. Continue to have your good heart. Continue to do the thing that God told you to do, regardless of what it is that you're going through, okay? I love you. If you like this video resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. Share it with whoever you think needs to hear it, okay? I love y'all, and I'll talk to you in the next video.